I'm saying stress because I'm not finishing, but let's carry on. I was saying your goal isn't networking, it's being remembered. When you network, you need to be known. Bangati, that lady wama earrings are pink, you need to be known exactly. You need to be intentional in your networking, and you need to be confident and be good in what you do and be good in presenting yourself best. You need to really need to be known. I did mention about these small events, they are more effective in converting opportunities than the big conferences. You see, if it's in 2026, must really be sharp and selective. You don't get to job seek if you're not in a mood to, because you're going to be using the same CV as all, and that's how you lose. You never use the same CV. CV is always tailored according to the opportunity, the one that you're applying for right now. If I'm applying for different roles today or different companies, I have no business using the exact same CV. It can't work like that. I need to tailor it. It's not lying. It's using exactly your resume and selecting, presenting only what's relevant for the role that I'm presenting, and making it strong, and obviously attaching evidence therefore. So you see, one CV does not fit all. I think I spoke about this. What works now: 2 pages maximum, results based bullets. Let X resulted in Y. Right? Sithes kulmang impact. You're not gonna talk about. You're not gonna be vague and general. Hypothesis driven research. In what exactly? I investigated Ilasa outbreak. Now, controller, you need to be for instance, outbreak investigation and control, you need to be specific about it. Those that are doing masters and then we're doing so many projects, you're not going to say you have masters in XYZ and give just a topic. Try to summarize in just one sentence the impact of this. You studied this, impact about this and this and that. Skills aligned to the role. Don't list everything you've ever learned. Please don't do that. No, nobody cares about that. They care about the impact. What exactly are you capable of doing, and what impact are you capable of driving with those actions? Try to do that. Remove undergrad content unless it's really directly related to the role you're applying for. If your CV still reads like academic transcript, it's going to be costing, or is the reason why it's costing you interviews actually. So you need to be thorough again. It has to be results based, right? Ukwazile control outbreak, ukwazile ukuyistopha ingangaspreada, ukwazile analyze data what impact this type of policies, or bring forth this type of knowledge to the scientific body, or tell about the impact of the work you've done, and be explicit on what were you studying, and what was the impact thereof. Apply early and quietly. The best roles, they open in between Jan and April, because it's starting of the year, right? And are shared via email lists, WhatsApp groups, and supervisors. Guys, to those that are studying, your supervisor is your plug. The relationship you have with the supervisor can make or break you. Supervisors can make or break you. Try by all means to be in good terms with your supervisor. They can plug you for life, or they can block you. No shade. Try to be in good terms with your supervisors, and try, I know we can only do so far if you're a student, but do try your best really to ube student we student esigrandi, know your lane, and always be in a good side, in a way yokuba always impact the institution okuyo positively. You're always going to be remembered. Amanyam opportunities, they will always follow you based on the person you are. Your soft skills are everything. They're going to elevate you, right? Please put that in mind. So these jobs, sometimes they never even hit or LinkedIn. Sometimes they never even get to be published, or they publish and everybody applies, but already they had actually made a selection. It happens because most of the roles, especially I did say image singer and singer, they are happening on a basis of headhunting, rightfully so. They don't have time to waste. They look for specific expertise and they would handhunt people and shortlist and run interviews and work with that particular proportion. So that's why you need to intentionally network and intentionally be known in public. You need to be known about who are you, what you stand for. We did say don't just repost and share. You need to insightfully engage in content, especially not just any content. It matters. Content that actually exposes the kind of mindset you have and the impact and your value systems and your principles and your academic strengths. You need to, those are the spaces you need to engage with. Those are the content you need to actually engage with, right? Not just entertainment. And you cannot shy away and be there and say, I'm not a social media person, I'm just watching and not commenting. No, you need to, unfortunately, what are we going to do at work? You need to comment at work. You need to constructively contribute. The society needs constructive criticism and contribution, so you need to try to do that. Please flag roles that might suit me in early 2026. So you're going to set alerts and ask mentors to do this. And to set up alerts now, kuma databases la post imisebenzi, like Indeed, job, is it job market or job what? I think I'm gonna create a list, so search again and then I'll name them on this very video at the bottom. Line up references. Now don't put in your references on the CV, right? References available on request. If they are interested in you, they will ask you for references, then you put them down, but you don't send around a CV that has references. Strong reference matter more than you think. Make sure my references work, that they can actually stand up for you or speak the truth about your strengths. My references, they can make or break you. They can cost you opportunities. Please make sure choose people you can speak to. Just give them a heads up. I think now I let my references that knew that they were my references many years ago and they remain my same references now. Anyway, each time I change a job, obviously my boss from the previous job is gonna now join the team of references, right? But yeah, they remain the same because I had same workplaces and I had the same bosses. I've been blessed enough to have amazing bosses in my life ever since. So yeah, but Nina can be careful and show it's people that won't sabotage you. Choose people who can speak to your independence, your competencies, your value, your delivery under pressure, especially your real world impact in their organization. People who can attest to that, and give them your CV and career goals early. Don't ambush them later. Reference today, can you fill it up for me? That's just so unprofessional. Never do that. If I'm your reference, I need to know about you well ahead of time, and I need to have your resume. I need to have your profile. I need to know your goals. From day to day. References are your mentors. From day to day, they kind of need to know where you are. You update them every year. Because you would have made significant progress. They need to know where you are so that they can attest to that each time they get to be called. Prepare for non-linear starts now, right? My first role in public health was in a fellowship. So sometimes opportunities are not going to come the way you expect them and the way you want them. But grab them with both hands. It's not always going to be exactly what you want. I was telling somebody to say, when I went into public health, I had a clear vision of sexual health because of my obs and gynae clinical background, right? I went and wanted to really impact sexual health. I wanted to study sexual health in the master's Yami. And my first concept note when I applied for my master's was in cervical cancer, because I'm a sexual health babe, right? I'm for sexual reproductive health and rights. But I was thrown deep in internal medicine, healthcare associated infections, antimicrobial resistance and my courses. But because I'm a passionate person and I love challenges, I took it as a challenge. I cried, but I nailed it. I got I passed my master's, average of more than 75% and all of that. So opportunities are not always going to come as jobs. They may come in fellowships and in contract, in project role, in consulting gigs. Opportunities can come dressed up in anything. So that's just not failure. It may be pivoting, but it can be also be entry to leverage. So many permanent roles come after that. So don't hold back. Grab any opportunity with both hands. See what you can do with it. Run with it and see how it can elevate you and actually get you where you want to go.